You know, City Hall is the operations heartbeat of the county. And in the past, we've seen drama, we've seen wrangles between the county bosses and the members of the county assembly. You know, at some point, it even gets worse until police officers are called to, restore some order. How is the government, should you take over power, bring sanity and order in that county assembly?
I think the main thing that we should focus on is how we serve our people, and the people who get elected by the citizens of Nairobi to represent them should also have the same vision. And when we align our visions between what they want to achieve and what the governor and myself want to achieve, I'd expect that we'll have a lot more agreement in terms of the things to do. It's been unfortunate that we've seen the kind of scenes that we have seen in the county assembly and in the government in general. But I believe that there have been lessons. Yeah. There have been experiences that help us understand how best to relate and how best to actually work out our service delivery programs. Sometimes it's out of frustrations, probably. I want something done for my people. It's not happening. They're asking me these questions, and therefore I go into the assembly and you raise all these sort of issues. We want to make sure that every member of the assembly feels involved in actually delivering for the award for the county, and I believe in so doing we'll have less or none of this kind of issues. Yes. Yeah.
You said your background as a computer scientist, so to speak, the issue of licensing, the turnaround time is always a big problem for most traders in the county, and you find that they get frustrated at long run. You apply for a license, you have to go to office A, office B, you meet person X, person Z. At the end of the day, you find that that certificate, which ought to have taken 1,000 shillings, what I'm going to talk about, would cost you an arm and a leg. How are you going to streamline this so that at the end of the day, I need to walk in, apply for that license, and come out a smiling person and start my business?
Yeah, two things we want to do with that. One, we want to automate the process. So we make sure that you can actually apply for it off your phone or off your computer or in a cyber cafe, right? So you actually don't have to walk into City Hall. The second thing is we want to bring in the concept of a single business permit so that you don't have to go to 10 offices to get licensed to run your business. Let us be the agent for you for that, so that when you come to us, we give you one permit, we know we've covered you for all the bodies that need to talk to you. That is one of the things that we have said we want to get going, and I know it's something that we can achieve. We want to make it easy for people to get into business, and more so we want to make it easy for people to continue running business, which is what we need to do to generate wealth and to create wealth for our people in the city.
Nairobi gets from the national government the revenue allocation, so to speak. Nairobi gets the lion's share. Corruption and mismanagement of finances, the county, is always a big problem. Does this worry you?
Well, of course, where public resources are used in not a very good way, we are not happy and will not be happy. And we intend to block those loopholes. We want to make sure that for whatever resource allocation we get, whether it's the allocation of resources or is own revenue that we generate, that it's actually applied in the right way. For example, we've looked at like the health sector, and we're thinking that we should ring fence the resources in the health sector so that we can provide adequate and acceptable levels of service in the health sector. And like I said, automation is going to take out a lot of these issues that are introduced because of human intervention. Humans are prone to error, and they are prone to influence. Systems are not.
Yes.
And therefore, when you have proper, robust controls around systems, you will eliminate wastage, and therefore you'll create revenues. And like I said, the effect is that you have more money to actually serve the residents. So you have a happier Nairobi, because of the ability to provide the services you want. And I believe you'll also have a happier workforce, because quite a number of employees actually struggle because they don't have the equipment, they don't have the tools to do the job, yet they want to do it. Yet they are trained for it. Some of them we even sponsor or are even sponsored trained by the county, but they are not able to do their jobs because they don't have the tools. We want to be able to provide that.
Yes.
Yeah.